Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about the ordinal logistic regression using Minitab. Actually, we know when the nominal response variables are binary in nature, we have logistic regression model. When the nominal response categorical variables are 3 or more without having any kind of order, we have multinomial logistic regression. Again, when the nominal response variables are ordered or ranked, we have ordinal logistic regression or ordered logistic regression. At the time of data collection, suppose you have asked the respondent, lockdown and social distancing is the only way to fight against corona pandemic. The response is given in a Likert scale type format, starting from strongly disagree 1 to strongly agree. That means answer will be on the basis of within 1 or 5. Strongly agree 1, disagree 2, cannot say or no idea 3, agree 4, strongly agree 5. In this way you have to collect the data. There must be some independent variables or predictors in your study which may influence the decision. For example, gender, age, profession, income, etc., in which some may be categorical and some are continuous type. Suppose the questions or issue is smoking reduces lifespan by at least 3 years, 3 to 5 years, more than 5 years. So we can classify at least 3 years as low value, 3 to 5 years medium, and more than 5 years high. The predictors are like gender, age, education and income, etc. Suppose you are going to investigate the association between use of mask and hand sanitizer to prevent COVID-19 threat. The answer may be given as no association, minor association, major association. Again, the predictors may be gender, age, education, location, etc. So these are the two types of example. Again, the satisfaction from the use of a product or service depends on some predictors, and satisfactions are also classified as low, mid, moderate or high level of satisfaction. In this way, we can show ample examples from the real world situation where the response or outcome depends on some ordered nominal variable, and this type of econometric modeling is known as ordinal logistic regression model. In this video, using Minitab software, we are analyzing how we can estimate such regression model and how to interpret the result. In this video, our hypothetical example is that the experience or satisfaction in staying home during the lockdown period, the responses are very bad and mixed. That means both good and bad. So which may be coded as 1 for bad, 2 for very bad for 1, bad for 2, and 3 as mixed. The independent variables are gender, age, type of job, etc., in which gender is binary variable, 1 for male and 0 for otherwise. Type of job is also binary, 1 for informal sector if the respondent is in the informal sector and 0 otherwise. So age is the ratio scale variable. This is the suppose our primary data. You have collected this data through primary survey, and now what you have to do, you have to go to Minitab software. You know, this is Minitab software. You have to collect the data and you have to go to stat and go to regression, go to ordinal regression. In this way you have to calculate this. Suppose this is the result, this is the result, these are the result. We have to explain the result one by one. How to explain? So the link function, first it shows link function is logit. The response information variable, that is experience in the lockdown time period, value 1, 2, 3, and count 30 is for 1, 31, 2, 33, 3. That means mixed response is 3. here the total observation is 94, in which the response category, that is experience in the lockdown period, is very bad is 31, bad is 31, and 33 is mixed. This is the total result. It will be explained one by one, but for this moment just have a look the result. The logistic regression table shows the estimated coefficient. This is the estimated coefficients, the standard error, z statistic, and the probability value of the z statistic, odds ratio, and the 95% confidence interval, the log likelihood, and other results also. The values labeled constant 1 and constant 2, this is constant 1 and constant 2, are estimated intercepts for the logits of the cumulative probability of bad and of very bad and bad experiences respectively. Since the reference category is mixed, that means both good and bad, there is no need to estimate an intercept for mixed experience. Now for the predictor, first predictor, type of job 1 for informal sector. This is the coefficient, this is the p-value, this is the odds ratio. How can we explain this? The estimated coefficient when the predictor is type of job, that is the job in the informal sector, is 4.5295, implies that the estimated change in the logit of the cumulative probability of experience, both very bad and bad, increases by 4.529 when the job of the person is in the informal sector compared to other sectors, keeping other predictors are constant. Since the p-value is significant 0.000, there is sufficient evidence to conclude that the very bad or bad experience in the lockdown period increases if the type of job is in the informal sector compared to other sectors. Moreover, the positive coefficient and the odds ratio, and so the odds ratio 92.71 is greater than 1. It implies that a person in the informal sector has 92.71 times higher bad experience compared to persons in other sectors of job. Now, logistic regression table for the predictor age. The coefficient is negative, p-value is also significant, odds ratio is 0.93. How can you interpret? Next is the age variable. The estimated value is negative minus 0.0689, and it is statistically significant since the p-value is 0.001. This implies as the people become older, that means as the age increases, with the increases in 1 year of age, the estimated change of logit of the cumulative probability of very bad and bad declines by 0.0689 compared to mixed experience, keeping other predictors are fixed. Since the estimated coefficient is negative and hence the odds ratio is 0.93, and that is less than 1, implies as people become older, the expected decline of very bad and bad experience declines by 0.93 times compared to mixed experience during the lockdown period, keeping other variables constant. Similarly, the predictor is education. Again, the coefficient is negative and the p-value is significant 0.04, less than 0.05. Odds ratio is 0.87. How can we interpret this? The coefficient is negative and p-value is significant. This implies that for 1 unit, that means say 1 year increase of education, keeping other predictors fixed, there is a predicted decrease of 0.14 in the log odds of the cumulative probability of experience, very bad and bad, compared to reference category of mixed experience. Moreover, the odds ratio is 0.87, that is less than 1, which implies as the people become educated or more educated, that means with an increase in the education, the cumulative probability of experience, that is very bad and bad, compared to the reference category. We know the reference category means mixed, both good and bad. Experiences declines by 0.87 times than a less educated person. Similarly, this is the gender, predictor is gender, coefficient is positive and the p-value is not significant, 0.482. The odds ratio is 1.46. The predictor is gender, that is male, 1 for male, and compared to female, that is in this case the reference category is female. The estimated value is positive, 0.379, and hence the odds ratio is 1.46, more than 1. This means the cumulative probability of experience, very bad and bad, for a male is 1.46 times more than a female when it is compared to reference category, that is mixed experiences, keeping other predictors fixed, but the p-value is greater than 0.05. Hence this predicted change of logits or log odds in a higher level of the dependent variable, that is very bad or bad experience during the lockdown period, for male compared to female is not statistically significant. Now the another result, log likelihood and test of all slopes equal to 0. This is with degrees of freedom 4 and g value is 97.458, p value is 0.000. This means this result shows that the log likelihood from the maximum likelihood iterations along with the statistic g, this statistic tests the null hypothesis that all the coefficients associated with predictors equal to 0, that is not significant, versus at least one coefficient is not 0, that is significant. In our case g is equals to 97.458 and the p value is less than 0.05, indicating that there is a sufficient evidence to conclude that at least one of the estimated coefficients is different from 0, that is statistically significant. Now the goodness of fit tests, the method, Pearson and deviance, chi-square statistic, degrees of freedom and p-value. The results of goodness of fit tests shows that both Pearson and deviance method of chi-square statistic are 100.422, 106.16 respectively, this and this, and the p-value in both the cases are greater than 0.05. This reflects that there is insufficient evidence to claim that the model does not fit the data adequately. In other words, we can reject the alternative hypothesis that the model does not fit the data adequately, or alternatively we can accept the null hypothesis, that is the model fits the data adequately. Therefore the null hypothesis is the model fits the data adequately, and we accept the null hypothesis since the p-value is greater than 0.05. Measures of association, another table shows between the response variable and the predicted probabilities, pairs, concordant, discordant, ties, number, percent, and the summary measure is reflected by Somers D, Goodman-Kruskal and Kendall's tau A. Measures of association between the response variable and the predicted probabilities from the above table shows that 91.1% are concordant pairs and 8.8% are discordant and 0.1% are tied pairs. This result reflects the predictive ability of the model is good. Similarly, by using these pairs, the Somers D, the Goodman-Kruskal gamma and Kendall's tau are 0.82, 0.82 and 0.55 respectively. Though these values varies between 0 to 1, more it approaches to 1, it means it is a better predictive ability of the model. So all these measures shows that this model has the better predictive ability. So thank you for today, and that's all for today also.